North Korea?
Hey there guys, what's happening and welcome back to our channel. Teenage life is all about hanging out with friends, going out for drinks, the first relationships, and making mistakes. Well, it is all about fun. If you want to know how to have an entertaining life, just learn from teenagers. They live their life to the fullest and do a new adventure every day. While all of this sounds amazing and is true, it isn't true for teenagers all over the world. The life of teenagers in North Korea is very different from this. So, let's have a look at a day in the life of a North Korean teenager. Number 5. The history of North Korea. If you look at the pictures, you will notice that Korea is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, especially North Korea. However, it has the most devastating history imaginable. First, it had to get independence from Japan, which they finally got in 1945 after the end of World War II. But that isn't it. The people of North Korea also had to face the Korean War, the conflict between South Korea and North Korea, which made 2.5 billion people lose their lives. This was just the gist of the history of the country, but if you explore more, you will find how hard life has been for the people of North Korea. And still, they are not free. Although the state is a democratic republic, this is a lie. The state and the people are still laying their lives in the dictatorship of the Kim dynasty. Korea is an advanced and modern country, however, it doesn't offer liberty to its youth. Until they become adults, they have to live their lives under the restriction and jurisdiction of their parents.
Yes, Dad.
I just saw your grades.
Oh yeah?
You better have a good explanation.
Number 4. Everyday prayers is a must. There is no particular religion followed in North Korea, and well, following a specific religion is not allowed in the state. Most people follow Kondoism or Heavenly Way, which is an indigenous syncretic belief combining elements of Korean shamanism, Buddhism, Taoism, and Catholicism that is officially represented by the WPK-controlled Kondoist Jong party. Practicing this religion can sometimes be very difficult. According to the rules of this, you must offer prayers every day before eating your food. There are even morning prayers. Nowadays, religion is more about freedom to choose your own beliefs, but sadly, this freedom is not given to the kids of North Korea. They have to follow exactly what their adults tell them, and if they act rebellious, they're punished for it. All people of North Korea, including teenagers, are obliged to attend Sunday prayers as well. Religion is very extreme in North Korea, and everything people do is impacted by it. Being a teenager is not easy here because a teenager tends to question his or her belief system. He or she has the right of freedom to choose for himself or herself. A teenager does not like to live under restrictions, but well, if you're a teenager in North Korea, you'll have to follow their culture. Well, there's always the option of leaving the state available for you. Number 3. Life of teenage girls in North Korea. Being a teenager in North Korea is already very difficult, but if you're a girl, then get ready for a lot more difficulties. Even though education for girls is compulsory in North Korea, which is a very positive point, but it doesn't balance all the hardships they have to go through their whole life. We've seen many teenage girls running away from their homes because of these difficulties. First of all, as soon as the girl reaches the age of 10, she is claimed as the property of the state, and the state has complete rights over her. She is not allowed to do anything of her choice, including making big decisions about her life. She cannot decide who she wants to marry or how she wants to live her life. A woman is considered property in the state of North Korea. This is just sad how young girls are treated in such a huge country. Not only this, but the rate of crime against women is very high in the state. Young girls have no rights in the state, and they're not allowed to give out their opinions. They are taught to be quiet and follow instructions as it is. This is upsetting, but unfortunately, it's true. We do feel awful for the girls of North Korea.
I was hunted by the authorities all the time.
Number 2, they are forced to work. While you will not believe it, working on a farm is a compulsion for every student in North Korea, which is completely insane. there's a concept of agricultural labor support. This refers to the mandatory farm labor such as sowing, weeding, rice planting, transplanting nutrition jars, and harvesting. The government mobilizes children through the education system and sends them to local farms which are partnered with a school. Farm work is considered an essential component of the school curriculum, and the work is unpaid. It is generally performed by high school students and teenagers. Students are required to work on a farm collective for 1 or more months, typically from 30 to 40 days in the middle of the semester. Students travel to a local or distant farm determined by the government or the school and live there while completing the farm-related tasks given to them. Lodging and sanitation facilities are usually very poor. Demand for labor is highest in the spring, summer, and fall. And if a student fails to do this farm work, he isn't supposed to get his degree of education. So, it seems like you don't have a choice here. Either do the farm work every month or forget your degree. Number 1. No relationships before marriage. Teenage is all about having crushes and first loves. It's about the excitement of being in a loving relationship for the first time to experience the feeling of love and attraction. A teenage kid's wait for this moment his whole life, but imagine getting a crush on someone and catching feelings for someone, but you're not able to tell them that you're forced to keep that to yourself. Unfortunately, this is the story of teenagers in North Korea. They're not supposed to be in a romantic relationship with anyone until they get married. And there is more. They don't have the liberty to choose their life partners. They're forced to get married to the partners the elderly of their clans choose for them. Officially, dating is strictly controlled in North Korea, as romantic relationships may cause a breakdown of discipline in schools or workplaces. Despite the odd regulations, people still seek out romance because it's only normal to fall in love. However, dating is banned in schools and the military in North Korea, as it's regarded as a product of capitalism and a subversive element that ruins socialism. Those who get caught having a secret date are heavily criticized. University students in particular are subjected to harsher punishments. They receive a warning at first, are suspended, or even expelled from school in the next stages. So forget about dating until you get married. I know I'd feel like a miserable wreck if I lived there. Do let us know what you think about all of this in the comments section below, and if you want more content like this in the future, then all you have to do is like the video, smash that subscribe button, and hit that bell icon to receive updates and notifications in the future.